We're a few minutes from market open now. So today, dead easy day in terms of bias. Like, I don't think it's daily 4 hour. Obviously, it's very obvious. I think we're going to be bullish on both indices for a while now. So yesterday, obviously, we took a live test, which went pretty well. And then I also wanted to point out, so we took like a live test. It was like something like, I don't know, it was somewhere around here and somewhere like this and like this. It was something like that. And then I also ended up taking another live test. So I didn't take it because it was about right around 4 p.m. and obviously because we'd already like been winning with the live test, I didn't want to like just entering out of more like FOMO. Like, so I just live tested it again. So it was something like this. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, it seems about that. So we ended up taking another live test, and that obviously won as well, and hit full TP. But it was quite late. Yeah, about 7 p.m., which is like 3 p.m. New York time. So it wasn't really worth it in the end. But anyway, good live test day, but market ran without us. That's gonna happen. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I'd like to take a trade today and try and capitalize, but again, I'm not gonna let that sway my decision making. We have to trade off structure. That's just how it is. Um, not every trade's gonna be our day. It's not gonna. It's just not always gonna be like that. But this compounds over months, over years. So I've got to remember that because yeah. So definitely acknowledge emotions, but make sure they don't control your actions thereafter. So coming into market open, I'd been marking out, so we've got pre-market lows, and then we've got pretty relative equal lows on London lows and Asia lows on both. Okay, so they're much closer, it seems, on Nasdaq maybe. Yeah, much closer on Nasdaq. So, and then we have a few for our fair value gaps. We've already filled this one. If you see here, we've already filled it, and then we've reacted out of it positively in a continuation. So technically speaking, there's no reason for us to come back down and fill that now. Unless, like I said, this is where London and Asia lows align, so we could always come back, fill it more whilst taking these out as liquidity, but then there's also one down here. So I've just marked that out just in case. On Nasdaq, it's a much bigger singular fair value gap instead. So again, I'd be looking at to take out these lows. That's kind of the very least. So yeah, pre-market lows, London lows, and Asia lows. That's about it really. I've just got to wait for that to happen. Ideally an SMT. I mean, I don't know which. I feel like it could go both ways. So on whichever one is the stronger, because they've both just took all-time highs out again. So S&P was already trending at all-time highs. Yeah, today it's just all-time. It just keeps going up and up. And during pre-market, we took out the previous highs and carried on. Nasdaq, we had previous all-time highs over here from Monday. Let's go on a high time frame. I can't. There we go. So yeah, we took that out during pre-market, and again we're trending higher than it still. So we're at all-time highs on both. So it's kind of useless to me. Now, yeah, you could. I'm sure plenty of people are going to short today. Both just retail traders and even probably everyone maybe. Who knows? But yeah, we have got all of this here because if we want to take out these lows, it's a big move down. So if we get reactions down, I mean, everything's trending bullish right now. Every single time frame. I don't think there's one that's trending. No. So taking a short is just, for me, it's very stupid when there's literally zero price actions to suggest that we do want to come lower. But yeah, we've got a bunch of low resistance liquidity here, pre-market lows, then London lows, then Asia lows, and then fair value gaps on both. So those low resistance liquidity areas are gold mines for price to come into. and then fill more orders before continuing back up. So we'll just have to see how it goes. We're pushing up from market open right now. We also have news at 3 today. I did mention in yesterday's trade journal that we were going to wait for this, which I still am. PMI, I've noticed when I've been trading this, it has made big moves in the market, even though it's tended not to be technically high impact news, as such as like Powell or NFP or CPI. But for some reason recently, PMI has been really moving the market in the last couple months. So that's just what I've noticed. So I'm really hoping we can kind of maybe get a reaction off this, start moving down, and yeah, maybe start moving down, and then news can take out that, like that, and then we get our entry model before then coming back up. So we'll just have to see and wait. I am not in a rush, and we've got until 4 p.m. for it to happen, so we'll just have to see how that goes, really. Yeah, there is not much else to say. I was just seeing if I can mute my mic from here, so I didn't have to go into OBS to mute it every time I wanted to, but it's fine. So yeah, we've just got to. I mean, we're waiting for news regardless, and then obviously we'll always wait until the macro. So yeah, I might even just stop recording and just start recording again when it's back at, because I'm just gonna go off for 15 minutes. There's no point in me having 15 minutes of price just doing nothing or whatever, because I can just watch it on my phone. So yeah, I'll start recording again when we do this, or I don't know, maybe I'll just leave it. Yeah, I'll just leave it like I've been leaving it on all my other market trading journals, so just leave it like this, and then I guess it's easier to follow. So yeah, I'll be back, and we'll just wait and see what price does. And it looks like news did no good for us. Let's check S&P. Yeah, it was kind of boring. The only thing I know to do with these is we call it a continuation model, so you would wait for the first available fair value gap. It can be on the 5 minute, 15 minute. Generally 15 is a better one to do. So you have these two here. You have market opens. But yeah, it would let me. Yeah, it's just like 1 second. I'm just trying to do these things here so I know what's what. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. A continuation model. So what we'll do is we'll wait for a pullback. Now, given that market's doing this, like if market just rips off open, generally it's not gonna wanna. I've traded this model before and I've had success with it. So I am tempted that I can get an entry on this if but I probably won't go full risk because it's not like my A+ setup. So usually when I said I was going to do 2% on my first trade on this account, I'll just go with 1%, just to make sure, that it fits in, and just de-risk because it's not my usual model. But yeah, basically we're going to wait for a 15-minute pull back into this fair value gap. Now, these overlap with 5-minute fair value gaps. Now, this 15, this first one, from market open, laps over the 5-minute fair value gap that already got filled. So, I'm probably going to want to see it come into this one here. And if we fill this one, then I would be looking at, because it's 5-minute fair value gap, 15-minute fair value gap. I imagine we've got 1-minute lows as well. So we've got some 1-minute lows here. Let's just change that. Yeah, so we've got 1-minute lows here as well. We can take out, crossed over with a 15 and 5-minute fair value gap, and then we would just wait for a 1-minute break of structure back to the upside and maybe a continuation too, and then just target like a 1 to 2 RR to put to stop our stops at break even, and then to have that continuation from there. Or we can even target a price point. Now, I don't have the futures chart up because I'm not on a futures account, so I don't have the data. It's got a 10-minute delay on it. But if we look at zones, like for Nasdaq, it would be 23. I mean, if we have a look at which ones, yeah, this, I mean, I do think the S&P's got the better structure here because we have the 1-minute lows that we can actually sweep, where Nasdaq doesn't really have like a low, because we actually broke structure here, and I don't think we did on Nasdaq. No, we just kept going up. So yeah, I think this could be a valid sell, but we just have to wait, be patient. You know, there's no guarantee we'll even get a pullback. Market might just keep going up and up and up, which is fine. We've also got to wait for the 15-minute to close first, because otherwise this then isn't even a fair value gap. So that was the other thing. I've got to actually wait for that. So that's all we can do, really. Yeah, this is the last day to trade for the week, because tomorrow is July the 4th, so, which I actually don't understand. I mean, I wouldn't be able to trade tomorrow anyway, but that's weird. It doesn't say it's a bank holiday. Is it a bank holiday? Oh, here we go. It's because I've not added that. There you go. So, US bank holiday, so we're not going to be able to trade, which is fine. I won't even be able to trade gold if I wanted to, but I don't even know if the instrument will be open tomorrow. I am not too sure. But anyway, we can go ahead and look at next week's news, see what we can. Look, no news Monday. I don't think I'll be able to trade that. Regardless, it'll be a back test day, so I might make a video, maybe, just on a back test, or I'll just probably go over it at the start of, or like whilst I'm going through the start of New York session on Tuesday. I can always just run it through and do it that way on Tuesday. But yeah, anyway, so Monday, Tuesday, no news either. Okay, so it's a trading day, but there's zero news. FOMC in the evening, so Tuesday's a trading day, but yeah, just have to see how that goes. Sometimes when news is later on in the afternoon or evening for me, market can just chop, which is fine. We don't have to take a trade. And then Thursday, unemployment claims. And okay, I swear, have I got everything on here? Yeah, I have. So there's no, like, it's a pretty free week next week. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, because we could just have a really slow week, or maybe a retracement week where we start making some moves down. But yeah, I don't know. And the week after, okay, so the week after is CPI, PPI, retail sales, unemployment claims. Okay, I think we might be able to do a decent job on that week. So yeah, we'll just have to wait really. I mean, see what happens. Now let's keep an eye on this now, because this is where we're looking for some proper moves down now to retrace into these, get the 1 minute break structure back up, and that could be an entry. Bro, I'm just looking at my TikTok again. It's really doing well. I've got like, I'm doing really. Honestly doing really. Here we go. I've just had 270 likes in the last 40 minutes on one video, and then 170 on another video. And people are reposting these and sharing them like crazy, which is really, really good. So yeah, it's and I've not even uploaded since last night. Like it's really just like letting these videos take out, and I can apply this to my trading as well, because it's like really being patient and waiting for things to just work out and let them, let these videos cook, let trades cook. Just waiting, literally just wait and be patient and let the algorithm do its thing, let price do its thing. Don't chase it, like I could be posting 10, 15, 20 times a day if I wanted to. And don't get me wrong, I was posting quite a bit because I wanted to get some of my videos out there and just in the system. And they were like, I was getting like a couple thousand views on some, but then I was getting 200, 300, 500 on most of them. But then it didn't take long before I just started uploading a little bit less. Even here, I'm just looking through my profile. Some got like 10, 22, haven't even got out of that. But yeah, then at one point, one video just got 9,000 views and then like almost 1,000 likes. And then from there, it was like all my videos have been getting like about 4,000 or 5,000 views each. And my latest ones are doing really well, so I'm at like almost 5,000 likes, which is crazy. On a brand, this isn't a new account. I've had the account for like a good year or so now, but I haven't really been uploading on it. I did upload like similar aesthetic beforehand, but then I swapped it over to like this AI video system where I get AI to do the videos for me, and they look like real locations. It's insane. So yeah, 3,200 likes on one, and it only had like a little over 1,000 this morning. So, and the other one's almost at 5,000, which is great. And that was only at 2,000 this morning, I think. So they're really growing, and I'm really pleased about it. Just have to keep seeing how it goes. Because the thing is, I'm not going to upload if these videos are doing well. I might upload just one today. And let's get back to market, because look here, we've had a 5-minute fair value gap. For me, this isn't strong enough confluence. I need to see some form of sweep, preferably an SMT as well. So if we like came down, swept these lows, because the same lows are here on Nasdaq. Yeah, so they're the same time frame lows from Nasdaq where that move down was. So if we can get sweep of lows, SMT, reaction back up, I'd be willing to enter this, especially if there was an SMT involved. I mean, it looks like we're filling this 5-minute gap, and we're now getting reactions up. We did break structure on the 1 minute, but look at that price action, all the gaps, the price opening gaps from each candle. Yeah, that's not very optimal price action. We want to be, hopefully, when my internet decides to work, we'll have to see if Nasdaq's doing any better. But for now, here we go. Yeah, Nasdaq's price action is much smoother, but yeah, just more price opening gaps. Looks like we're moving back up, so that's okay. I also have this 1 minute fair value gap here. It's quite a big one, which would be nice if we could maybe just get a little wick and respect that 1 minute gap. That would be cool. But we'll just have to wait and see. So we got a 5 minute fair value gap fill and a continuation. So I'm not entering this. It's kind of, I think it'd be stupid too. But here you go. Here's a little live test we can do. So just fix it at 1 to 2 RR, just because. I mean, you can do it at price, but because I'm on a CFD chart 6277, and look, we're already over 300 on the S&P. So if that's about the same spot now. So 1 to 2. So I suppose you could target like the 50 point here. There you go. So a 1 to 324. You would just target that because it's a nice number that price might tag and then react off. So you would just replicate that on here. What was it? 1 to 324. And that's just a general idea. Like, I would probably just, even at 1 to 2 RR, you would just set stops to break even. But yeah, it's looking like a no trade day. I mean, there's 40 minutes left, bro. I really don't think we're gonna. Well, we're definitely not taking any of these London lows. It would have been such a good trade as well. I mean, look, if markets moved, like, where are you? Price range. Let's have a look. There we go. So if market has moved from open, what is that, 280 points or something? I don't know what you call it, 28 points. If it's moved 28 points on open, it could have easily. There, that's 16 points. Okay, look, 28. Or is that $28? Yeah, that's $28. So it could have easily moved in the same direction down, is my point, and look, and took out all this liquidity and then come back up. So it definitely had the volume there to do that if it wanted to, but obviously it didn't, so it's whatever. Let's see how gold's doing, bro. I did mark out this morning because I was just like, oh, this was Asia session and then London opened and it started moving down. I was like, oh, maybe. But no, we took it right out on the news candle, and then we took out all this liquidity here. And we got a daily fair value gap filler, which was great, but then 4 hour broke structure within that news candle. So it was kind of one of those things where you'd want like a good, like, I don't even know, bro. I mean, not even 15 minutes broke structure, because you have this big fair value gap. And I think that's now an hourly, yeah. Hourly, 30 minutes filled it and reacting. So shorts could be valid, but who knows? But yeah, we're not focused on this today. Like I said, I just literally only marked out that line. That is the only thing I marked, because I didn't see it as useful. But yeah, gold's climbing. Almost at, what price was that? Oh, so it tagged 3,500. That's it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was on about with the S&P maybe tagging, at least on the futures chart, that's 6,350. But I mean, the trade that we're live testing is winning. Bro, maybe I just need to enter these trades because I hit a 1 to 1.5 RR test on that later one, and then also hit the 1 to like 3 RR, whatever it was. It would have been a pretty good trade. 2% risk on that would have been like a 6% trade. And then if I did the other live test on top of that and risk like say 1%, it would have been still another 1.5%. But yeah, I'd rather stick to my rules again. Like even this, like it wouldn't coincide with my rules, so it would be dishonest to myself and to my trading plan, and that's not how we build good habits in trading and longevity with accounts. So again, all we can do is wait. We might get another, if the 15-minute here closes, we might then get a I mean, look, we are like what you might call oversold. So obviously, I don't think we're gonna just dump, but I think we definitely do a retrace if you just look at price here, like all the moves up and then the retraces down. We're definitely due one because I mean that big move up, it doesn't even look like we've had a proper. Oh, there you go. But I mean, even that was part of a sweep. But yeah, there's not been like a few just green candles that have pushed as high as that. Almost 0.5%. So yeah, disappointing week really. I mean, I could have entered that trade yesterday, but maybe what I'd do is for the future, if I'll probably live test something like those setups just a couple more times. If we already, because we got the SMT, it was just pre-market, so I'll maybe live test 1 or 2 more times, and if I do win those live tests whenever they come about and they're not part of an A+ setup, then I might just take like half positions on them, because at the end of the day, if they're winning and I've got the data to back it up, then there's no reason not to. And then, you know, as I get more and more data and more confidence, I can add more risk into trades like that if they're good for me. But bro, I might just see, nothing's happening right now, so I'm just like, do I just go off and just wait? I can just watch price here myself. I feel like I'll just be talking over nothing for ages because I'm just trying to wait for this. And I want these videos, these journals, rather than me just be talking over absolutely nothing. I want them to be productive, where I can look back at them and pinpoint exactly what's going on. I don't want to be at a stage where I'm trying to look for things in the video and it's just me yapping about gold or something else. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna, I mean, my internet's been so ass, bro. I'm probably just gonna go off and just wait out. I'll come back to the trade if we get a retrace. If we get a retrace and it's exactly where I need it to be. Because look, we've got a 30-minute fair value gap now. So I think we're more than likely going to fill this, and that includes both of these 15. So if I mark this out, okay, this is getting interesting. So I can actually mark this out and we can actually use this. So if I need to change the color of this because it's overlapping. Is blue a good color? Yellow maybe? Oh bro, I hate when these colors overlap. It makes it so ugly. Wait, maybe if I turn the opacity down. Oh, that's a text box. Okay, maybe if I just... Yeah, that'll do. Right. Bro, I do not know why. I have no idea why my internet's been so bad right now. Literally not had this issue. Bro, I'm I need a new computer so bad. I've had this computer a few years. It's just like some Windows one. It's not very good. It's not even good for video editing or anything really. I just have to do really simple edits. Like if I just want to cut the video up, it cannot perform anything, and it takes a while to render. But that looks about right. So I'm just adding the text. I just want to do this as the 30-minute, and I can save it. Oh shoot, I've done it wrong here. Oh bro, what have I done? There we go. So yeah, I mean, it would be nice if we came and filled these, and then on top of that, we've got these 5-minute lows with it in. We've got 5-minute lows, and then it's also 1-minute lows. It would be really nice if we came overlapping either of these gaps really, but just a retrace of some kind. Market might just want to keep going up and up, which is fine. I'm not really. Like I said, I think it's a no trade day unless we get this nice and we get an SMT through it as well. There's not much more else to say on it. What about Nasdaq? Well, they've got the 30-minute gap there. I just don't think it's gonna. And my internet goes again, just being slow. Maybe it's the computer, bro. I don't know. Because if okay, look, that's loading straight away. So yeah, maybe it's just something with the computer or the chart. That's another thing as well with all the news that we had today, and there's been like no proper sweeper lows. I mean, look, pre-market did absolutely nothing. Didn't even. It actually moved up during news. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look, there you go. 5-minute bullish candle. Because that's the thing, we could have swept lows again during pre-market, and if we made an SMT, maybe I would have took that more of a chance today, just because like it's literally it would have been just a copy of yesterday. Okay, we're making some moves down now. Okay, there's barely nothing to what we actually need. But yeah, I'm just gonna go, and then we'll do an update if anything. So to keep this real simple, there has been no trades today. You can see I waited to see if we got an SMT, and we did. So I live tested it because if you have a quick look at all these candles, bro. Like, how am I supposed to trade that? Now, the only difference here is I probably could have took it, because if we go on ES now and we look at the same price action, it was much better. Look, inverse Favai got their reaction, could have easily took that. And we got the SMT off NQ as well, so yeah. Oh, sorry, and the lows were there, so sorry, that's me being me. So there you go, 1 to 2 RR hit. But yeah, so it just wasn't ideal. So even the ES chart, it's still choppy. I'm not a fan, so no trade. And I did a second live test as well here, because I think we got. I'm trying to see what I'm seeing now. I saw something else. I forgot what it was. Oh, was it a 5-minute gap maybe? Or something? Oh, bro, I'm trying to. Or 15. It was something. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. But I took another live test. should have probably come to the computer as soon as I was live testing these. But yeah, I live tested that anyway. It almost got stopped, and then as we see, it hits a 1 to 2. So that's what I was going for, 1 to 2 RRs. So like, you know, geez, bro. This would have been going against my whole entry model, but if I had this data before where I had the confidence to enter, I probably would have passed phase 1 by now, easily. But yeah, that's how it is, guys. It's not always going to work in our favour. Markets can run without us. That's just how it is. So it's going to be next week now. It'll be next Tuesday for me. I can trade again. It's disappointing, honestly, bro. 2 trades today, 2 live tests yesterday, but 1 actual trade I was ready to fully enter with full risk. Sucks, bro. But we've got to be patient. We've got to see this as a win because we stuck to our rules, and it also shows that we can still find trades even when price doesn't exactly do what we want it to do. So this shows that we have the skill to be flexible, and that's exactly what I need for data. Because if I got all these trades wrong, I would be like, bro, my data collection is awful, but at least it's really good. So I see this as a win. But yeah, that's it. There's nothing much more to go over. So no trades tomorrow because it's July 4th, and then it will be not Monday for me. I might do a back test video maybe during the evening when I get back. But other than that, no trades. I'm going to I'm just going to not trade, you know. And then Tuesday will be my next day. So yeah, see you then.